Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Vela Africana. If this is the first time you're stopping by, you are most welcome. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for always being here. So in this video, I will be showing you how I achieved this beautiful kimono jacket. So let's get started. So the first thing that I did was to fold my fabric. I'm using a 2 yards of this black fabric. I folded it into 2 and then into 4. So from this edge right here that has all the folded points, I will start taking in all my measurements. So this is how I folded it, first into 2 and then into 4. So just for clarity purposes, this is exactly how I folded my fabric, like this, first into 2 and then into 4. I hope you can see this. So from that point where every of the edges are folded is where we start inputting our measurements. So for the neck width, I'm going to mark in 3 inches. So I'm going to mark in 3 inches for the neck width. And then for the neck depth, I'll mark in 1 inch. And this is because we are cutting the front and the back piece at the same time. So I'm going to join it with a curve to create my round neckline as you see me do. If you have a French curve, you can use it. And then I'll measure in my shoulder divided by 2. That's 7.5. And then from the 7.5 mark, I will then measure in 16 inches for the sleeves. So I'm marking in 16 inches from the 7.5 mark. At that point, I will then come down by 1 inch just to create a shoulder slope. So I'll join all these points quickly with a straight line as you see me do. So after doing this, I'll come down by 12 inches for the sleeve. I'll mark 12 inches at that point and then join it in with a straight line just like this. This is for the sleeve opening. So from the shoulder line, I'll then measure down 17 inches of my half length and then I'll mark it across with a straight line as you can see me do. So go ahead and divide the biggest part of your body by 4. For me, I'm using my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll mark it there and then I'll mark extra 4 inches. So depending on how wide you want it to be. You want it to be too wide, you go ahead with 4 inches, 5 inches. You want it to be just a little bit fitted but still free. I think 3 inches will do. So when I mark this here, I'll take the exact same thing and then mark at the hemline. So the full length of this jacket is 35 inches. So if you want yours longer, I think you will use more fabric. So I'm using 2 yards of fabric right here. So if you want your kimono to have a little bit of shape, at that waistline, you can come in by 2 inches and then connect to the hemline. So the next thing I'll do is to connect the sleeve point down to the body measurement. So just like you can see me do my freehand sketch, I'll just connect that point as you see me do with a gentle curve, and that will be it. So the next thing I'll do is to go ahead and cut through all the lines as you see me do. So if you're still watching, guys, and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe, please like, and please share this video to those that would be interested, and I appreciate you guys. So after cutting all through, the next thing I'll do is to separate the front from the back as you see me do. So after separating the front from the back, I will then arrange the front again so we can cut out the front neckline. So I'll just measure down 9 inches. And then from that 9 inches point, I'll create a mark there as you can see. And from the shoulder line, I'll just make, from the neckline, I'll just make a V shape as you see me do. So after making this V shape, I'll start cutting. But I'll start cutting from the hemline. Sorry, my camera couldn't capture it. Just cut ½ inch from the center front of the fabric. You see me, yes, with the scissors cutting it right now. From the hemline, you cut it all through down to the neckline. but do not cut out your neckline, just as you see me do. So this is it, guys. So the next thing I'll do is to arrange the front and the back. So arrange it just like you see me do. You put down the back and then put the front pieces on top, right side facing each other. So just arrange it well. So I'm doing this so I don't make a mistake when stitching. So after you're done arranging it very well, the next thing to do is to stitch down the shoulders. So you just sew across just like this. You stitch down the shoulders at both sides. And then you do the same for the other side, and that will be it. So you can see I have stitched the shoulders of the kimono, and then the next thing I'll do is to use my tape and measure round. That is from the hemline, the center of the kimono. I'm going to measure all through. So for me, I had 80 inches, right? So I'll use this measurement now to cut out the Ankara design for the front. So I have gone ahead to cut out my Ankara strip. So it's on fold because I had to iron it down. And then it is 6 inches for the length, just like this, 6 inches. So when I fold it and then sew it in, I will be having 3 inches. So I'm going to take it back on fold just like this, and I'll sew it. You can see how long it is, so you can go round of the center neckline of this kimono. So I'll place it right side facing each other, just like this. You can pin yours down before sewing. So I'll just pin mine a little so I can illustrate better, and then I'll sew it all through, right side facing each other. So I'm done stitching, guys. You can see what it looked like. So I have not joined the sides of the kimono yet. And then the excess of the Ankara strip, I added it to the sleeve. So let me arrange it well for you guys to see. So this is the center of the kimono. I have also pressed it down a little, so you can see it is lapping and it is very okay. And then for the sleeve, I also sew in with the extra, because I cut mine very long. So I use the extra to just sew in the sleeve to give it a better design. So you can do the same if you want. So this is what we have after placing it at the sleeves and at the neckline. So the next thing to do is to turn your Ankara to the your kimono rather to the back, just like this, and then you sew it, ensure that it is equal, and then you begin to stitch right from the sleeve point to the body and down to the hemline, just like this. With a straight stitch, 1/2 inch is fine, and then you sew it down for the 2 sides. So I'm done stitching in the sides, and you can see how beautiful the kimono is. Thank you guys for watching. I did not put a front pocket on this kimono, just my preference. If you want to, you go ahead and do that. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen the video of how I achieved my shot, please check it out. It's now on my channel. And until that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you all. Bye.